Welcome back to another AMC Financial Astrology Update video. DD on AMC absolutely cannot get anywhere else. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And today we're going to go over the AMC moon phase analysis, the AMC star chart, to kind of guess and predict where their stock's going to go next week for earnings. Let's go. Hopefully Adam pounces. We're also going to look at the SPY to predict where the overall market's going to go. And we're going to look at GameStop like we do each and every week. And this week I have a surprise for you guys. I actually made about 5,000% last week on the market because I knew the market looked bullish for the new moon. We had a lot of new moon earning plays and I was calling them all out in the Discord. At the end of this video, I will show you guys those gains. But trust me, guys, I said once the market starts recovering and I think the bottom's in, I might make my Discord a paid Discord. So if you guys want to be grandfathered in, the time is now. And if you guys appreciate this video and want to see more DD like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. If you want to check us out at the Market Moonlord Discord, that's where I drop those updates. There's a lot of cool people in there, and we're doing a lot of good research, guys. So we're mixing TA with moon phases, with the stars. We're looking at the news. We're paying attention to everything to make the best possible plays out here, guys. So we're going to become millionaires together. We're going to build our portfolios up slowly but surely, but it's going to happen. That's our goal, okay? But anyway, let's get started. Welcome to the Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Last week we had the new moon, and I said the SPY wanted to get back into that purple box because that is the Pluto retrograde area, and the SPY never really falls underneath that. And I've been telling you guys ever since we've fallen that we wanted to get back into that purple box, and I've been saying we will. Now let's check out what I said last week regarding the new moon on the SPY. That we're officially will be into the Pluto retrograde area, okay, where we started the Pluto retrograde. And I told you guys we want to be there. It's been like years since we've fallen out of the Pluto retrograde area, okay? So I've been telling you guys for weeks we want to get back in there, and this could be the time we get back in there. We break. As you can see, that's exactly what we did on that new moon. That to me was super bullish, and I don't really think we may retest it, but I don't see us dropping too much further underneath this Pluto retrograde. To me, the bottom is in. We're gonna stay into that Pluto retrograde. If you guys saw my video when I first started talking about that, usually when Pluto goes out of retrograde, it comes up into the shadow period of Pluto going direct, and I think we're gonna be way up here by the end of the year. But this is super bullish to me. We're about to get the 13. Actually, we did get the 1348 cross on the daily on the SPY. We can see the volume is still going up. When I pull up the indicators, we can see we might have a breakout in the vertex, the unbalanced volume. We can see the money flow index is going up. We can see the lines going above the blue right here on the MACD, which to me can signify a big move. Look at the RSI on the daily. Hasn't been this high in forever, okay? We're talking November 2020, okay, or 2021. All right, so we're getting hot on the RSI. Everything is looking super bullish on the SPY for this up and coming week, for continuation on this new moon. And I'm looking for us to keep going up. And the next levels that I'll be looking for is this purple or this blue line right here, which is going to be the 417. I do expect us to be there pretty much in the near future. We have the 200 moving average up there as well. And then I would probably say this quarter moon right here, because we do get a lot of quarter moon pops. We might even test a little bit higher, maybe get to the 430 around that, quarter moon, which will be on Friday, August 5th, okay? And that's only a 4% move, and the SPY can definitely do that. So 430 is definitely possible. Now I would probably say the bearish scenario is we retest this trend line right here, maybe go back to 400-ish before we start heading up. The super bearish scenario would be the 480 Excuse me, that might not be correct. Yes, it is. The super bearish would be the 386 level, okay? But I am bullish for this week. Everything is looking really good for the SPY. Let's check out GameStop. Last week, I said that we might fall into the new moon and start going back up a couple days before, and we did exactly that. And even though we didn't get huge moves on the actual new moon, we did get the new moon reversal, which is very bullish based on the moon phases for GameStop, even though we didn't get an actual pop. Now, there's a lot of things to look at. I mean, the volume is going down. We did get a slight increase on the actual new moon, but the volume is kind of been falling off, okay? But at the same time, the price hasn't been dropping like that, even though we haven't had a lot of volume. It's almost like we're slingshotting almost. Now, when I look at the indicators, we're not getting a reverse trend on the actual vertex. And then when I look at the unbalanced volume, that's looking pretty bullish. It's heading up. It wants to kind of break out of this little range it's been, which is good. When I look at the MACD or the money flow index, that's still very high. When I look at the MACD now, it's kind of still bearish, but again, those lines are above the colors right there, right? So usually when the lines are above it, that's the area where we could get a big move. Now the RSI is completely neutral, so it's almost like it's waiting for something, which is totally fine with me. We're above the support on the horizontal volume, which is also bullish. Now, look what happens when we break that 200 MA, all right? When we break that, we make big moves, okay? So we might break that very soon. And I'm thinking if we can break that for that quarter moon, which will be on Friday, that would probably take us around this $40 level. Now, if we could somehow be above that $40 level before the full moon, that's the launch pad for a big move, period. So we're looking very, very, very good based on that. And if we did fall, I would probably say we do have a lot of support on the horizontal volume at 32. But my next moon phase support would be all the way down here at $28, unfortunately, okay? But I don't think we're going to fall. I think we're going to be testing this $40 level. But you guys tell me what you think about GameStop. You guys think GameStop is kind of in a interesting spot because of the split? Did that split help us? Did the split hurt us? Do they have more power to manipulate? I don't know. But we did get the moon phase, new moon reversal, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's check out AMC. Looking at AMC, we basically got the same type of setup as GameStop. We kind of were falling, and then a couple days into the new moon, we started to reversing, which is bullish because we reversed on the new moon, which tells us this waxing phase of the moon, AMC could start heading up for continuation with the new moon. Now we're right there on the 50-day moving average, which is cool because look at what happens when we break the 50-day moving average. Okay, we tend to make solid moves. We did over here, and we made an okay move, but we did go on a slight run. But obviously, when we crossed it over here, we actually squeezed a mini gamma squeeze or whatever. So I am expecting us to potentially cross that 50-day moving average and make a big move around earnings. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm playing the options on this week, but I'm planning on selling probably the day before the actual earnings, because it could be like, buy the news and then sell the news, whatever that saying is. But I'll keep some just in case we keep popping. But what I think we're gonna do, especially by this week, is get back in the $16 level. Last week I said we're either gonna hit 20 or we're gonna hit 13. We hit 13. Okay. I'm sure when you guys heard me say that, you're like, okay, whatever. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we hit 13. But this time I'm thinking we could hit the 20s on this waxing period, if not go even further. But the first things I want to see is for us to get this week before earnings. I would love to see us be above this orange line, if not over here at the $17 level. I think a very reasonable idea would be before earnings around that $17 level right here, and then after earnings we could get a major push. We could even get to this $18 level by the end of the week. All right, we could get there by earnings, and then if we are on this $18 level on before earnings, and we get like an earnings pop on the actual quarter, which is Friday, the day after earnings, honestly, the next line is at this 28. So I am holding calls for next week at the 28, just in case we do test that. But yeah, AMC is looking pretty bullish based on the moon phases, but there's no huge indication of a pop. But we got news, okay? Now, when I pull up the indicators, the vortex is crossing for a reverse trend, so that's kind of bearish. But the on balance volume isn't really dropping; it's pretty high still. The money flow index is also still pretty high. Okay, it is starting to head down, but it's still high. The MACD, same thing as GameStop, okay? And I look at the RSI, we are completely neutral for the most part. So we do have news, we do have catalysts this week. We are testing the 50-day moving average, which usually we get big pops if we cross it. So this week could be big. Now, I'm going to check out the actual stars for AMC to get a better idea, but I will say it is Leo season. We just had a Leo new moon. Leo literally rules the performance, the performer, the performing arts, the theaters, okay? So that is awesome for AMC to actually make a move. I'm going to and have good earnings. So I'm going to look at the stars to try to get a better idea of AMC like we do. And we'll see what's good. But you guys tell me what you think. You guys think we're going to get a pop before earnings? And do you guys think the pop's going to continue after earnings? Or do you think we're going to decline or consolidate into earnings and then pop after earnings or drop after earnings? Now, I would say the bearish scenario is that we test this trail line, which will be at the $14 level. And if we fall underneath that, we're headed towards 13 again, the low 1340. And then the super bearish, we could hit the on balance volume support around the high $12 level. I don't think we're going to get there on such a big week. But yeah, that's what the support. Remember, that quarter moon is on Friday, the day after the earnings, and we do tend to get pops on quarter moons. So it is possible that we get a continuation after the earnings if they're good, which I expect them to be good because Adam's not playing around. And the SPY looks healthy for this week, so it looks like we could have a decent runway to get a catalyst and then get. All right, Moon Lords. So we have August 4th, 2022, 4 p.m. market close for AMC's earnings pulled up on the chart. And you guys know I'm the blue moon phaser. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the actual moon up here. And it's in a very interesting spot because first of all, it's in the sign of Scorpio. First of all, the moon is debilitated in Scorpio. It doesn't want to be there. However, it's very, very powerful in Scorpio. What is Scorpio? Sudden changes, sudden ups and downs. So that's interesting right off the bat. Another thing is it's right over AMC's North Node. North Node in any chart is like a destiny point, a big focus point, a surge of energy. Okay, and again, Scorpio is sudden changes. So I do like the moon right there, and it's also making some type of aspect. What is it hitting? Oh, Neptune. Okay, and Neptune rules Hollywood because Neptune is the illusion. Okay, the imagination, and Hollywood, the big screen, is a complete illusion. All right, so the moon is making a nice trine to AMC's Neptune, which is at its dignity in this home sign of Pisces, which also has a lot to do with the movie theater. So that's awesome. I do like that a lot. One thing I want to point out is a lot of Venus activity. When I look at the Venus over here, is making a trine to the Saturn that's also in Scorpio, or excuse me, a trine to the midheaven, which is also in Scorpio. And we know Venus has a lot to do with branding, relationships, aesthetics, things to do with money deals as well, because Venus rules relationships and money, and that's looking interesting for a new branding play, new relationship play, a new idea to make money, etc. And then when I look at the Venus over here, it's also getting the conjunction from Pluto, which is also very bullish for any type of changes with relationships and money, and just making a lot of branding changes. So the next big thing I'm seeing is a lot of Jupiter activity. Okay, so we look at this Jupiter over here for AMC, which that Jupiter for AMC is at its exalted position in the sign of Cancer, and is making a very, very powerful sextile to Uranus. Okay, and Uranus is very I would say crunk right now, because Uranus already rules the explosions. It's in its debilitated sign. Okay, so when it explodes hard. It's just conjunct Mars down there, which is more havoc, more chaos, and it's also with the North Node, which is also more havoc, more chaos, and it's all across from Saturn in the sign of Scorpio. So seriously, this is sudden. This is an explosion. Okay, now based on earnings, I would say this has a lot to do with, maybe AMC getting aggressive about something. I think the pounce is real. Mars conjunct the North Node and Uranus across from Saturn and Scorpio. This is intensity. This is trying to make something happen. This is trying to transform something. So I do like that a lot. And then when you look at the Jupiter over here, first of all, just went retrograde, which is kind of powerful, because the energy is like slowing down and staying focused in one area. And what is it staying focused on? This Uranus for AMC, which is in the sign of Aries, and Aries represents the warrior. Aries represents initiation, the first idea. Okay, and Jupiter just made a retrograde, literally 0 degrees on Uranus. So this is very, very powerful. This could definitely show something big, some type of big explosion, okay, and into uniqueness, into originality, into a new future, okay. And not to mention, Jupiter is the luckiest sign of the zodiac. Now, it is making 2 squares to AMC's moon and AMC's Pluto, but I'm not mad at that, because Jupiter is also known as the great beneficiary, and it's the luckiest planet of the zodiac. And making those squares to Pluto and the moon, it just is adding tension, is making AMC, fight. All right, this is happening in the sign of Aries, so I like this. Adam is not playing right now. When I look at the Saturn over here, it also went retrograde right on top of AMC's Juno. Juno represents relationships, partnerships, okay? So I'm expecting some type of new relationship soon, but it may not be finalized, because a lot of these things are retrograde. So there could be something getting finalized, or something did get finalized, but there's more to come in the future. Not to mention, the sun is also in AMC's 7th house of relationships, and the planet Ceres is also in AMC's 7th house of relationships. That's the asteroid, and Ceres represents things we're trying to harvest, okay, relationships. So I am expecting AMC to talk about something where they're trying to get into a new relationship, new deal, new branding, new ideas, or marketing, or just new businesses in general. There's something popping off there, okay, and it looks like it could cause an explosion. Now, I also have to tell you guys, there's a ton of retrogrades, and retrogrades kind of represents delays, okay, and the retrogrades are happening in very interesting spots. Jupiter right on top of Uranus, like I said. The Neptune retrograde is hitting AMC's sun, and it's hitting a square the sun, and it's trying the midheaven. And then again, the Saturn is retrograde on top of Juno, and the Pluto is retrograde on top of Venus. So whatever does happen this week, if we get a big pop, I don't think the end is near. Like, we pop to 30, that's not it. When all these planets start going direct, especially since they're over big time planets, outer planets, something's going to pop off. I promise you that. So this is like, I do feel like this year is the year we squeeze, but I don't think it's this necessarily right now. I think we could get to way higher levels. Remember, I did see support or a resistance line way up there at 28 that I think we could get to, and if we get past that, we could get into the 30s again. But I will be waiting for Pluto go direct, which is going to happen in October, and the market is going to probably react to that in general, because I talked about that before. Saturn will also go direct in October. Neptune's going direct in December. Jupiter is going direct in December. So yes, this is still, we're going to be in the game a little bit longer, but I think new levels on AMC off this earnings into this full moon is very, very possible. And I also think a squeeze is also possible too. But I could also say that, AMC as a company is just getting started into this new life it's getting into, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. You guys let me know what you think about AMC's earnings. I'm very curious. Do you guys think we're going to, pop into it and then fall no matter what the news is after? Or do you guys think we're going to consolidate into it and then make a big move on the actual earnings. Time will tell, but let me know what you guys think. I appreciate each and every one of the Moon Lords for being here, subscribing to the channel, liking the video. Remember, if you guys want to check out my plays during the week, you need to get into Discord before I make it a paid Discord. I'm about to show you the gains right now. Last week I explained we had the new moon, the market looked healthy, and we had nothing but earnings. So we had news, we had the new moon, and we had the market looking bullish. To me, that was a great time to get into some new moon earnings play. It was obvious, good time for me. And if you combine news, you combine TA, you combine moon phase analysis, and you understand the algo just a little bit, you can make calculated potential moves that can become 100%ers or more. You guys know I'm focused on moonshots. 15% do not excite me. I'm looking for 100%ers plus, period. So this is just from last week. There was a few plays, probably like 3 plays that I missed on, but I'm not going too crazy with how much money I'm putting in. So the plays I missed, we're talking maybe like 150 of losses here, and the ones I did miss was like Visa, where they killed the earnings but they still went up or down. Okay, but anyway, these are my new moon plays that I made last week. I brought all these contracts last week and I sold all of them last week, period. So let's check it out. So actually, I didn't sell my UPSs yet, but we have a UPS contract right here. It went 256% last week, and I'm still holding that one actually. And I think that still has upside. Let's see. Let me get out of here. And then we have another UPS call that went 250%. We have a SPY call that went 147%. We have an Apple call that went 195%. We have an Amazon call that went 425%. We have a UVXY that went 312%. All new moon plays. Another one, that might be the same one. Hold on. And this is the big one. Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, I think. Yep. Went 3,622%. And if you were in my Discord, you can literally see exactly how I came up with that. I was looking for a big 100% or more, period. I turned $100 into $4,000. Okay, so if you guys are looking for moon phase plays with TA, with news, calculated moonshots, all you need to do is check us out at the Market Moonlord Discord. Link's going to be down in the description. Soon it will not be free. I appreciate you guys for watching this far in the video. I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Don't forget to like on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Until hopefully next time we speak, AMC will be well into the 20s. All right, but until next time, talk to you later. Peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.